Welcome to Gen Z Journey. Today we have Yasmin with us. Yasmin is born in Argentina in the year 1995. She studied Bachelor in Tourism at National University of Comahue. She's the founder of Cambia El Rumbo and also the Medical Digital and Administrative Project Analyst of Merck Group. She has also held multiple leadership positions within ISEC. So, Yasmin, thank you so much for joining us. And did I miss out on any interesting part about you?
Hello, everyone. So yeah, thank you so much also for inviting me. Yes, everything's correct. Right now, actually, I'm full focusing on my project, which is Cambia el Rumbo.
Mhm.
So it's like the coaching part. So I'm like full time in that, and also doing some community managers works. So it's like I'm doing like everything right now. So, but yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Has it been busy for you managing all this?
I think like it's also when you start like a new project or something, it's always kind of heavy, let's say, because you have to organize everything and to know exactly what you want to do, what you have to do. So it has been like a little bit, crazy. Also, all the changes that I face it in my life right now, but all good. I think that I'm enjoying a lot what I'm doing. So I think that that's the best part for sure.
Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll dive deeper into that later. But first, I'm curious. So you studied Bachelor in Tourism. What was your plan back then?
Well, yeah, I mean, things turned really different as what I thought in that moment. I mean, it was in 2013 when I decided to study that. So it was like a long time ago for sure. But back then I was like looking for, to have my own agency and, to sell these trips to people. Okay, I will just work in this and I will be having, I don't know, trips around the world. I mean, for sure, I wanted to travel, but it was not the main focus what I studied tourism. I think that it was
Hmm.
more because of the different things that you can learn in the university in the tourism career that were about, for example, like to know more about environment, to know more about the countries, and to know more about the history of each country. So I think that it was more that. But yeah, things just changed a bit because after that I was like, okay, I start to work in a travel agency, and I didn't like that much. And I was like, okay, but was my dream. So now what? And also
Okay.
I was like, okay, I can also work in a hotel or something like that. I did it and I didn't like it either. So I was like, okay,
Hmm.
now I'm frustrated because I really don't know what to do. So I found an organization which was ISEC back then. And I said, okay, let's try this. I mean, I was volunteer there, and then I discover new things and I start to do new things. So I was like, okay, I like the career that I studied, yes, but I don't see myself working in this environment. So maybe I can just try something different. It was something scary at the beginning because
Hmm.
I've been studying for 5 years and I was like, okay, now I don't like it, and it's like I supposed to do this.
I
But
get
I think
what
it
you
was
mean.
really cool also to take to be maybe afraid of do something, but to try it anyways. So then I discovered ISA, but yeah, and then I can continue. But then everything changed.
I see, I see. I think I'm curious, like, what was how did you overcome the period where you realized, like, oh no, I did not like this, and then like, how did you get over
Yeah.
that? And then,
Well, it was not easy because also when you're young and you're studying at university, you also have your parents that are supporting you with all the career, with all your career, with all the things that you have. I don't know, maybe
mm,
they are paying your studies. I mean, I had the chance and the opportunity to study in a public university, which was good
mm,
because they don't here in Argentina the things are different. You don't have to pay to study. I mean, of course, there
mm,
are some private university, but in the public, you just go there and study, which is like a
okay,
privilege and it's really good. But the thing is, like, of course, they support me with, to I don't know, giving me the space to study or giving me
mm,
just the benefit of okay, you can just focus on study and we can cover you all the expenses that you have. For example, if you want to go out, if you have I don't know to buy something new, to buy a new laptop or to whatever, they
mm,
were supporting me a lot. But the thing is, like, for me at the beginning was quite sad because I was like, okay, I will let my parents down, but then I was like, okay, but I need to focus on me. I need to focus on what I want to do, but because at the end it's my life, not their life. And I think that they also were really supportive with me. Like they say, like, okay, it's okay. You for sure you learn things in the university, and it's okay if you don't want to follow this thing anymore. You can change. You are growing up. We are growing up with you. So I think that was something um, really cool that I have. My parents supporting me in that process. And then yes, then I was like also asking myself what I want to do. And it was like a long journey until I find something that I really, like it. But I think that it was. I mean, I'm happy that I took that decision, that I did that, because if I just was, like thinking about, okay, I'm scared of this, or I study this, so I have to do this,
Mm.
probably I will be in a life that I don't like it that much right now. So yes, right now it's not easy, but it's like I'm feeling good, like it's what I like and it's what I like to do.
Okay, I'm glad. But yeah, you mentioned you found Isaac and then you were volunteering in it, and I believe it was a huge impact to you. Can you share more about your time in Isaac and how it changed you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I absolutely say that ISEC changed my life in a way that I had the chance to discover myself a lot. I think that when I joined ISEC back then was as a volunteer, I was just saying like, okay, I want to do something else beside of work or beside of the university. I mean, back then I was not in the university anymore. I was already working, but I was like, I really want to do something to support my city, to help others, to be involved in the NGOs that are in my area. And I
Mm.
found ISEC where it was like, an NGO, volunteers, and they were like supporting a lot of NGOs here in my city, which is called Neuquén, which is in the south of Argentina. So I was like, okay, this is amazing. This is exactly what I want to do. And then when I joined, I was starting to get to know new people. This also was a change in my life because I was like, okay, now I'm getting to know different realities. I'm also had the chance to support NGOs here in my area. I'm also involved in, I don't know, like doing new tasks and also getting to know new people, which always I think that gives you a different perspective of life. And it was amazing, And in ISEC, you have this that you start to kind of apply into new roles, so you can grew in the organization. So I was applying for local roles when it's like just as volunteer, and then you have the chance to apply for national roles where when you receive a payment and you can actually be like it's considered a job kind of because
Okay.
you get paid, so it's like okay. So I was like, okay, it's not that I can only apply to a national level, but I can do it abroad. I was like, okay, this is cool. So I
Mm.
started getting involved really like really deep in the organization. I was like getting to know more about the roles and the organization in general. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to experience because I was thinking like, okay, what if I just, live 1 year abroad? It will be good,
Mm.
So I started to do new things, and I was getting more involved in the organization at the same time that I was like, getting more disconnect with my career, with my job and everything. So in some point I was like, okay, I will I will drop my job. I will just
Mm.
focus on this. I will try to find something new. Um, and then I dropped my job that I was like in the travel agency. I was like kind of, tired of these things I was like living there. And I started to focus on ISEC as a volunteer and also searching for a new job because I also need, money. So I found a job in a startup, which was really
Okay.
cool because I had experience of all the things that I was learning in ISEC. I was also putting in practice in the startup.
Wow.
So I create a financial plan. I create strategies for the startup. I also create I don't know, the selection process for I don't know for the startup. And I was like job description. Also, I was creating so
I
much job
see.
descriptions and a lot of things that I was doing as a volunteer. I also applied in a actual business, and it was working. So I was like, okay,
I
I feel
see.
power. So yeah, after that, I just decided to continue with my ISEC career, and I started applying to a new role. And this case was in Panama. I applied for being a national board in Panama.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. Actually, I got selected, and then also then the pandemic appeared. So I was like quite frustrated because it was in 2020. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
2020 when I was like selected. I supposed to be in Panama in May, but I arrived in November. Also, it
That's
was,
quite a delay.
well, yeah, it was sad. But it was really cool at the end because I was also working, long distance and this work. So I also get to know a lot of people, and also I think that it was gave me some tools to work in this uncertainty. When you don't know what to do, but you have the chance to also try new things. When you have the chance to
Explore.
I don't know, to get to know new tools and get to no, I don't know, be more connected with the tools that you have on the internet or whatever. So I think that it was really cool. And then I discovered a new world in within ISEC. I think that in the organization, I get to know like a lot of people that are until today people that are really important in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And also I had the chance to experience like new jobs, let's say, because I was working, for example, like a product manager, and I was like having a whole product that I was like managing all the strategies, all the things that I have to do, like
Mm-hmm.
the communication, the education for the members, everything. I was in charge of that. So it was a lot of responsibility, but at the same time was something that I was like, hey, look, I'm like doing something cool. So I was like really excited. And I learned a lot, and it was really, really cool. And I think that also during my experience in ISEC, I had the chance to understand better what I like to do. I discovered things that I thought I was not good at, but
Mm-hmm.
I at the end I am. For example, like in design, for example, I love design things. Like I'm not good at drawing, but I'm good at designing. So it's
Learning.
like okay, and also editing videos. I thought I was like really, really bad at that, but no, actually, I'm not that good. No, I'm not that bad. So it's like okay. So yeah, I think that I discovered a lot of things that I really liked, like my creative part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's something that right now is for me really special and really important because through the years in ISEC, I discovered these and also get to know people that until today I'm involved. So it's yeah.
I see. That is really cool. I'm really glad that it works like a platform that really just allowed you to explore safely, and then in the end
Yeah.
you really found something that you really love.
Yeah,
But
actually, yeah.
yes, I'm curious, how did you come up with your current business, which is about coaching others?
Yeah, actually, after ISEC, I mean, within the
Hmm.
organization, I have the chance to. I mean, the organization in general is for develop leadership in people, So
Hmm.
yes, I develop in myself at the same time that I'm helping others to develop themselves. So I think that in that process, I understood that I really like to be involved with people, to have uh, this connection with people and also helping others. And in ISEC, I was working with people. I was doing things. I was also being part of the experience of these changes that people are facing. So I was like, okay, I really want to do something similar to that. And I found coaching. My mom actually was studying that, and she told me, oh, I'm
Okay.
studying this. And I was like, okay, that sounds really interesting. So I started to, read more about coaching and what it means, how you can help others by coaching, how you can support others in the process of, finding what they want to do or finding their purpose or finding something that they have maybe blocked in their lives, and through coaching they can find this. So I started studying coaching, and I was like, okay, I really like it. Maybe I can be an entrepreneur right now. So I decided to start, this new journey. And first I was a vocational coaching when you support people to find their vocation, that their passion, what they want to do, maybe what they want to study or what they want to maybe change their jobs, maybe. So I decide to focus on that at first, and then if I'm not wrong, is ontological coaching, which is focused on the purpose and the being of the people. And so I study both, and I'm right now like, yes, having this my startup, let's say. But I think that it was really cool to find that through coaching I can also be part of the the journey of people, like help them
Mm,
to find their way, maybe to support them in this trip, which is life. So I really
that's
like it. I mean, I think that it's really nice.
beautiful, beautiful. What is the best part within coaching that you love the most?
Yeah, I think that this chance to get to know other people, like
Mm,
to get to know them, maybe what are the things that they're facing, understand that sometimes they have problems that I also have, you know. Sometimes they can show me through their problems. We can find a solution that also makes me realize something, you know. So I think that
mm,
understand how humans works, you know, how our brains works, how sometimes the importance, for example, of our language, for the words that we use, the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we speak to others. So I think that the best part for me is that to just be part of the changing process of someone, you know, to know that maybe with something that I'd say, or maybe with maybe one question that made that person reflect about something can change their life, because I know the power of words, you know, like we know that
yes.
they're really powerful. So if I can communicate, you know, if I can be part of that, like, and like teach
Mm,
others, or maybe encourage them to explore that part,
mm.
it's really, I don't know, it's really, I feel really grateful to be part of that process, and to support others in that experience, you know.
I see. Okay. Is there any significant question that you realize is very impactful for people to ask themselves?
Well, I think that always depends on the person, because
Okay.
we we all different. You know, we are all
Mm,
different. We have different maybe situations, or we see life in a different way. So we cannot have a structured question, because
mm,
it depends on what is the person facing, what is the person having problems right now, or having like troubles, or maybe they are blocking something, or they have something in mind that they don't know how to, you know, express themselves. So I think that depends of each person, and it's not something that I can say like in general. But for sure, always understand who we are and not what we do. You know, we need to focus on our essence, you know, who we are in the inside. Because yes, if I ask you like, who are you, and you say, oh yeah, I'm an accountant, or I'm a lawyer, no, you are more than that. You are more than your profession. You are more than what you do every day. You are your essence, your, you know, your being, you know.
I see, I see. I really love that. Yeah, that is very true. Like I think we shouldn't really um restrict ourselves to the labels that people put upon us. Yeah, we are definitely more than that.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. But yes, just curious, what motivates you to pursue your goals? Like, for example, you starting this whole coaching business, like, and I believe it wasn't easy. Like, you faced challenges while doing this. Like, what motivates you to overcome all these challenges and achieve your goals?
Yeah, well, actually, you know, I was living in Panama I mean, I didn't talk about that much, but yeah, I'm from
Mm,
Argentina, and I moved to Panama. I lived there a while, and then I moved to Germany, and then I moved back to Panama. So the last year I was living in Panama,
okay.
and I was working in the pharmaceutical industry, which was not easy, not because,
Mm.
I mean, because I feel that it's not for me. You know, I think that I'm more
Oh.
connected with other stuff, and I value other things. So in the moment that I found coaching as a way to, you know, to pursue my goals, or maybe to achieve like what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
um, I decided to change everything. So I was like, okay, Panama is not working for me anymore. I really want to be back in Argentina and somehow. So I was like, why don't do it right now? So I decided to just drop my job there and moved back to Argentina, where I'm right now. And then I was like, okay, now let's start to build my business, let's start from scratch, which is not easy, but for sure it's worth it.
I see, I see. Okay, that's really nice. Um, up till now, like, what is the most enjoying part of this whole journey? What's the yeah, I think
Yeah, I think that to have the chance to create, for me, it's really important to create something. So
Mm,
right now, I'm my own boss, like right now, I'm the
I
person
get
in
what you
charge
mean.
of everything. Yeah. So it's like, you don't want to work? Okay, don't do it. Just take the day off. But, tomorrow
That's
you will have
responsibility and all that. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You need to push yourself to do things because there's no one telling you, hey, okay, you have to do this or you have to do that. No, but you do it because you want to make your business grow. Like I'm
Mm,
really willing to make this to work. So if I want to make this work, I need to put my effort. So I think that for me, the part that I enjoy the most is this of to create something, to be in this part of I have the chance to, if I think that something is not working anymore, I can change it. If it's
mm,
something, I don't know, if I implement a strategy that is not working, I can do something else. If I see something that I like it, but it's not right now the focus, but I want to do it, I can do it. Like something like this. Like I'm really, if I right now, for example, in my Instagram, I have the
mm,
colors and everything. And if someday I say like, okay, I don't want green anymore. Now I want purple. Okay, just change it. So it's something like that, like you can just change things, and it's good because you have the chance to change it in like just, when you just snap your fingers. But at the
mm.
same time, it's okay. You need to be constant, like you need to don't forget to do your things because, you're working on this. Um, but yeah, I think that's something that I like the most.
Okay, that is cool. Well, just wondering, like, did your parents and friends play a significant role while you're doing this, like perhaps encouraging you or supporting you throughout the way?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that I wouldn't be able to do everything without my family and my friends. I think that they are like
Mm,
for sure a huge support system in my whole experience. I mean, my whole life experience in general. Because every time that I came up with a new idea, I had my parents saying, "Okay, I don't get it, but go, girl. Just do it."
I
So
love
I think
that.
that, yeah, my parents are really, really supportive, and sometimes they don't understand what I'm doing, but they just encourage me to do it. Like if you like it, if you enjoy it, just do it. If we have the chance to support you with something, we will do it. So I think that
Mm,
is something that I really appreciate, and I feel a privilege that I have my parents supporting me, and for sure my friends. And I think that I mean I have a lot of projects right now running with some friends,
mm,
and it's good, because it's not, yeah, we're friends, we're working together, and we're also having this moment of um create something again. This part is really important in my life, but we are like, I
mm,
have also some friends that are entrepreneurs as well, and we are all doing things together and working together to achieve something.
mm,
And I think that that's for me really important, and they also support me a lot, and they with a, sometimes I'm not in like really great mood, but they are like supporting me. We are, I don't know, maybe with a talk, with that, just to have a conversation, or just to, I don't know, shake your hands and say hi, like whatever, they're always there, so supporting me. So it's really cool.
I get what you mean. Like sometimes it's like all these small gestures or just knowing that there's someone there always by your back
Yeah.
supporting you, which is the most important thing. It doesn't have to be something big, like it's helping you to solve the problem, but then just knowing that they are there when you're going through a hardship is just good enough to keep you going.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. But yes, was there ever a time that you really doubted yourself, and how did you push through that and get back your confidence?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that we all have those moments that we say like, okay, I can't do it, or yeah, why me? Like for sure. I mean, yes, they can because they are they, but I cannot do it because I don't have the knowledge, or I don't have the tools. I mean, I'm not famous. I don't have a rich family. I don't have money. You start to everything with
Mm.
everything. But I think also, like, by studying coaching, I have another tools to also work on me. When I have this doubt, when I start to say, like, okay, I really can't handle this.
Mhm.
I'm not enough. I think that I'm not worth it, or whatever. I start asking myself from where those thoughts come from, maybe to saying, is it because someone says something to me, or is because I'm comparing to someone else? Because every time that I compare myself to maybe someone that is really famous right now, or is really, achieving their dreams, or this is what they are showing you in social media, because social media is also, sometimes a little bit distracted.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that when I try to also put that, okay, to whom I'm comparing. If I'm comparing to others, it's not worth it. Like, I don't have to do that. I have to compare with myself. Where
Mm.
I was, like, I don't know, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where I'm right now. Okay, I have more tools, I have more knowledge, I learned something. And if I'm not achieving my goals or what I'm supposed to be doing right now, to, like, this is my dream or is others' dreams? Because, for example, I'm 29 years old, I'm turning 30 like really soon. So I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to have a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff right now, like my own house, my own car, I don't know, my couple, like whatever. And probably they are asking, like, oh, okay, are you having kids? And I'm like, oh, okay, wait, So maybe it's a lot of pressure, but came from outside.
Mm.
So I have to ask myself what I want right now. And if I
Mm.
what I want right now is, like, fulfilling with, these things that came from outside, okay, no, just, try to see what is under my control, what is actually what I want, and not what others want, or suppose that I should be doing, or whatever. So I think that when I doubt about myself, I try to focus on that. Okay, is why where this thought come from? And then start saying, okay, I have this tool right now, or maybe I'm not in the point that I want to be, but I'm growing. So maybe I thought, I don't know, maybe I put really unrealistic goals. Maybe, could be. Or maybe there were, like, other things that I was focusing back then. So I think that is more about to start to making, to doing some questions to me,
Mm.
and try to focus always on not only see the place where I am right now, but also all the journey that I had, all the experience that I had and I gained.
Mhm.
So that is also worth it. So to not, feel overwhelmed, let's say. And try to also, say, like, I know the importance of language. I know the importance of the words that I'm using. So I need to be kind with me. I need to be kind in this process, and understand that my experience is not the same experience as others, and maybe they had other chance opportunities, or they took another decisions, and that's why they
Mm.
are there right now. So it's fine. I took other decisions back then, and it's fine. I have other experiences. And I think that also important, and also it's important to bring this up when I doubt about me.
I like that. I really love that because I think like really what you mentioned, like, yeah, social media
Yeah.
can be a bit distracting, and then like us, I think we just can't help sometimes that we do really compare
Yeah,
ourselves, and it's really important to remind ourselves, like, because, like, come on, there's like so many different skills, so many different things that you can do around like in your lifetime around the world. Like, it's impossible for one person to know it all. Like,
exactly.
definitely every single person have some strengths, some weaknesses, and it's not wrong to have the weaknesses, because it's just impossible to have all the strengths. And then it's really
Exactly.
important for us to just remind ourselves, like, yeah, no, we're fine, what we're doing is okay. And I really love that about you. Even myself, I'm still in the process of constantly reminding myself, like, yeah, I'm okay. Like I'm not there like other people, like, but it's okay, like, because like I am there for something else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And also because we are focusing that much in what we want to achieve, we
Mm.
don't enjoy the process, and it's really important, to say, like,
Yes.
hey, look, I'm doing this, I'm creating this, I'm in the process of building what I want to do, you have the chance to change everything. And if you're
Hmm.
not living the present, it's really hard also to do it. Because imagine that you one day you achieve your goal and you are there and say like, wait, what? I mean, and if you don't realize all the things that you have done, and for sure you once you are there, maybe you didn't notice that you achieved your goal because you are still focusing on all the things that is missing. So it's really, really
Hmm.
important to live the present, to keep calm, and enjoy, because it's really nice.
I love that. I truly love that because I do agree. I think sometimes it's actually the process that we learn the most. That like, of course, the goal is cool. It feels like you achieve something. It's like, oh yeah, ultimately, it's kind of like the trophy. But like, it's like I think what because I do run marathons, and then they said they have this quote saying that um the marathon is never like the final race is not the marathon is actually all the training that you
Exactly.
went through, and then
Exactly.
you are just there to collect the medal.
Yes,
Yeah, the
exactly.
most
That's
important part is always the
true.
process. Yeah, without
Yeah.
the process that you wouldn't have that final like achievement
Yeah.
reaching the goal moment.
Yeah, that's totally true.
But yes, like during all this, have you experienced burnout before?
Oof. Yeah. For sure. I mean, I think that I'm a person that is, really straightforward. I want something and I work for that.
Go for it.
And I think in some point I was like really workaholic kind of, I was like,
Hmm?
okay, I will just work, work and work and don't stop and just working. I was like, okay, I think that it's cool when you like and enjoy it, but somehow like maybe you can enjoy it, but I still get a burnout, no, because
Hmm.
it's something you are pushing so hard yourself to do something in the way that you like it and the way that also others like it, and you have the pressure all not only for yourself but from you but also from others. So
Hmm.
yes, I think that I got like, yes, sometimes, and in my last job
I
as well.
understand you.
Yeah, I was like, oh. So I think that yes, I had a burnout, and I was for me right now it's more important to stop, to okay, what is happening, what I'm like to read me kind of, to
Hmm?
understand what I'm feeling, what are my emotions, to understand what is happening with me. And I think that right now I have other tools, so I hope not get another burnout. But yeah, and I think that in that moment it's really hard, because when you are stressed, it's not easy to
Hmm?
just say, okay, don't be stressed, that's it, and now it's fine. I
Yes,
hope that it will
yes.
be that easy, but it's not. Um, Also, it's really hard to stop because you are already kind of, pushing, 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 and say like, yeah, I have to stop, but you don't do it because you still, kind of pushing yourself.
Hmm.
Um, but it's I think that also right now with all this I don't know, this globalization, and we want everything right now, and we want everything as fast as we can.
Hmm.
Yeah, we push ourselves a lot, and it's really hard to not get a burnout whenever we are
I
working, like if we are like entrepreneurs or working in a business. It's kind of hard.
Yes, because I think like right now, like what you say, globalization, internet, social media, all this stuff just it allows us to get information faster, but at the same time it kind of tells you like, ooh, how fast everything is moving. You gets to see how other people is doing as well, which kind of builds that fear of missing out and everything. But yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
I think it's really important to just understand that
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, but
okay.
for
We can go at our own pace. Like I think showing up is important. Like like not everything can be perfect. Yeah, as long as we did something, we learned along the way. It's better that way.
yeah. And also question ourselves, well, like, what is
Mm,
perfect, what is perfect for us, because it's well, maybe what is perfect for me is not perfect for you. And at the end it's like maybe we are always trying to achieve something that is not realistic. So I think that it's really important to to take a moment, take a breath and say like, okay, let's just stop, go, like, slow down and go take it easy.
I love that. That is really true. Like, what is perfect? That is a very good question, actually. I'll start thinking about that. But yes, I'm curious. Have you ever thought of what is your ultimate pursuit in life?
Oh, that's a deep question. I would say that I don't know. I think that in general, I really like this coaching thingy that I'm doing because I
Hmm.
think that I can support others with this. I can also be connected with people. Um, but I think that I just want to enjoy life. I want to be present, enjoy the small moments, and be also sharing with others like the experience of being alive. So I think
Hmm.
I really I don't have like an ultimate goal and something to say, okay, I need this in my life. But I think that it will be more to be able to enjoy life in the way that I can with the people that I have around. And that's something that I really like to. And also through the things that I do every day to be able to maybe help others, like help me and helping others will be, something that this energy that will be moving kind of maybe by supporting someone they will teach me something, and this is for me something that you interact with people in life, and I think that everyone is here for a reason, and when you meet someone it's not just, I don't know, it's not something just random, but it was a cat. It's not
Oh,
something
okay.
just, random, but it's more like something that you can connect with people and you learn something from them and they learn
Hmm.
something from you. And yeah, everything happens for a reason. And I think that it's really important to also be able to connect with people. So yeah, I don't have something to say like, yeah, I want like a mega, like super big business or I want to be rich. I just want to enjoy life and connect with people in that way, in the journey.
That's cool. I like that. I mean, that is good. That is good. Yeah, but just curious, do you have a guilty pleasure which you go to after if you, let's say, have a very tiring week, a bit very busy week?
Well, I love reading. I don't think that is a guilty
Oh.
pleasure, but I think that, to just say to everyone to not disturb me and just take my moment to be at home and just read my book and I don't know, make my mate like my drink, this thingy.
Okay,
And
yes.
just drink mate and just be there. And if someone asks me something, just text me. I just pretend that I'm not checking my phone. I think that is something that I really like to do is just disconnect, kind of. Also, when you're working with, I mean, in my case, I have my business and I work a lot with Instagram, for example, or social media in general. So
Mhm.
I'm all the time kind of trying to be updated about trends and what is doing, what blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, I would just turn off my phone, turn off myself. I would just to focus on myself. So I think that I really like to just take a moment for me and don't talk to anyone. So I just take a book, my mate, and maybe I just stay home or maybe go to like a green place to just connect with myself. And I think that is something that I really charge me when I'm like kind of tired. Um, I don't know, it will be like a guilty pleasure, but it's more about like how I
I
charge
don't see
myself.
it's a guilty pleasure. I think it's a really, 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 really good one. It's actually not guilty at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I
But
think that it's more about like, yeah, I would just pretend that I'm not here in this, I don't know, in this world. I would just, focus on me. And I think that is very cool because for sure, I charge myself a lot.
mm,
And sometimes we need to push ourselves to do things, because it's easy when you have a plan with someone, maybe say, let's go to somewhere. And you have the compromise with that person, so you go. But when you
mm,
have only yourself and you have the compromise to yourself, like you have to do something, sometimes it's harder, to take the initiative to do, okay, I will do it. I will go out of the bed and just go somewhere by
mm.
myself because no one is waiting for you. It's just you pushing
Yes.
yourself doing something.
Yeah.
But when you do it, so like such a like something good. So good. I feel like, oh, I should have done this earlier. So I think that is good to also push ourselves to do something, some plans with ourselves to connect with us. So yeah.
That is very true what you said. Like for me, I did my first digital detox trip, so a 3 day 2 night trip, last end of last year. It took me a very long time. I had this. I tried to have a digital detox Sunday once a month, and then I have that set up from 2020, but I just never did it until last year after one of the podcast guests as well. Then I was like, yeah, I really should do it. And then I'm glad that I did it for the first time. Like really during that 3 days, I turned off my phone. I only allowed my watch and then a camera with me, but then they are not connected to the internet, just so that I can like take videos and then I can still track my run and all that. But it was really, really life changing. Like after doing it once, I'm like, yes, definitely I'm gonna do it again.
Not for sure, for sure, for sure is something that is really cool because also, you connect with yourself and you still doing things with you, and we
Mhm.
are our main project, let's say, we need to fulfill ourselves to be, I don't know, full of experience, full of things, to get to know us, what we enjoy to do ourselves, like alone, like because sometimes we're
Mm,
always trying to find this, to find this in someone else, to find a companion to do something, to find a partner to go somewhere, to find why, like we also need
mm.
to do it to ourselves because we are our main project. We need to fulfill our brains, we need to fulfill ourselves and do everything for us. And once we can achieve that, we are will able to also share with others what we have, what we are.
That is very true. I love that. I love that. But yeah, just curious, do you have any struggles recently?
A lot. No. I think that, yeah, I mean, like, I think
Mm,
that right now my main struggle is to, when you're starting a new business, when you're starting something new, everything is beautiful because you have the chance to create all the things that you want. But sometimes things are not, the result is not what you expect. Maybe I was expecting to have more, I don't know, more. How to say, customers back then, like by this moment I thought I would be like, maybe we'll be having other coaches, more people like, or maybe selling my projects or selling my service to other people. But no,
mm.
it's like, okay, we have to just maybe go in a like slow down a
Slowly.
bit. Yeah, slow pace. But I think that like the main struggle right now would be that, like maybe I'm not in the place that I would like to be right now. But I know that if I continue doing this, if I continue focusing on what I want to do, what I like, the things that I enjoy doing right now, I will for sure achieve the goal. Maybe in the process I will change some stuff. Maybe I will change what I'm doing. It's okay. The thing is like, as long as I'm doing things that I enjoy, as long as I'm doing things that I feel connected with, I will achieve my goal. Because for me, my goal is to be, to enjoy life, to be happy, to be able to do things that I like. And so I think that I'm in the way of achieving the goals. Maybe I think that right now the main problem is financial. Like, I need more money to have all things. But at the end, those are things connected to the material world, let's say. So it's okay. I know that I will get there. Not right now,
I see.
maybe. It will be maybe
Mm.
slower than I expect, but it's okay. I think that I can handle it. I'll be
I
fine.
totally get what you mean. I think definitely sometimes we get really, really disappointed because like our ideal like thought or like ideal goal, just we just haven't reached that. But actually I think sometimes, yeah, I think consistency and all that, like with this podcast, definitely it didn't get as successful as I want, but then I frame it the other way. And it's like, instead of thinking of success, just like what you do, it's like, yeah, let's focus on enjoying the process. I think if we enjoy it, we can do it longer, and then eventually I believe it will bring us success.
Exactly. That's good. That's a really good, thought. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
also agree with that. I think that you can keep with that, and for sure, if you enjoy it, it will be easier to get there. And once you get there, you will be like, oh, I enjoyed the whole process. Nice.
Yes. Indeed, indeed. But yeah, just curious, what's the one thing you love about yourself?
Oh, I think that could be that I like, I mean, I'm easy to adapt to different environments. And I think that also that brings me the chance to enjoy and to do new things, because for me it's like easy for me to adapt myself. Maybe someone comes with a really crazy plan to do something crazy, and I'm like, okay, let's just try. Why not? So I think that will be something that I like, that I'm able to adapt myself to different things, plans, or whatever. So also that gives me the chance to create new things in maybe uncertainty, or maybe in challenging environments. I'm also able to do something, because I'm not, kind of, okay, this is not what I planned. Yes, it's not, but okay, I can just reframe it and whatever. So yeah, my adaptability will be something that I would say that I like about myself.
That is really cool. Can you share what's the craziest thing that you maybe you're proud of, like that you adapted to it, you made it work?
Oh, I think that maybe, well, I mean, I moved to Germany, and for me, Germany was crazy. Like for like an
And I heard
Argentinian,
like
like me,
German is hard.
German. I mean, I don't speak German. That's the
Mm.
first, problem. So I think that I I traveled there, and I moved to Germany. I was living there for 1 year, and I was like, okay, I don't speak the language. This is funny. I will just try. Um, and I think that because I'm like, yeah, I can adapt myself, I had the chance to do new things there, to just maybe in some point I was feeling alone, I was feeling kind of lonely there. So it was not that cool. But that gave me the chance to get to know me better, to explore myself better, to know, okay, this is the deepest way that where I can be, like, but it's okay,
Mm.
I can maybe get to know me better. I can get to know my shadows, because everyone has lights, has shadows. So I think too, this is part of ourselves. And this is what I think that I really like it about the experience that I had there, that I met people that were my support system for sure. I met people that are still part in my life, and I love them so much. Um, but also I challenged myself to go through that experience, to go to the experience that I was feeling lonely, when I'm feeling like, hey, I don't, how to say, I don't fit here, like this is not my place. But I was still managed to do it. I was still managed to find a way to reborn, and I kind of do it, like I kind of did it actually, like I was like, yeah, okay, it's hard, whatever, but I will just try. And then I started doing things, new things. For example, I start reading again, because I never had the habit actually, I was like, yeah, I like
Mm.
to read, but one book a year. And then I discovered that I really like to read, and I was like, okay, I really enjoy it. So I think that I find that I really like it. I find myself also like drawing more, doing more things to connect with myself. And it was really good actually. So I'm really grateful for had that experience, on also to not give up, because I was like, I was not in my best moment. I could just say like, ah, yeah, this is not for me, bye, but I didn't. So I think because I try to adapt myself to that experience, and to just say, okay, what I can get from this experience, what is teaching me.
Mm.
And for sure, I learned a lot. And I think that right now I get to know me better. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know more what I want in life. So yeah. And I also know what to do when I'm not happy, when I'm like sad, or when I'm having this crisis or whatever. I also have more tools, because I learned there, and I start to enjoy more. Sorry, I start to enjoy more the experience there.
I see. I see. That is really nice. I am actually quite surprised, like how you can reframe the whole experience into like more of yourself, like a self discovery journey, which is really amazing. I can see myself, if I did not really enjoy that place, I'll just dread it, and then I'll be like, oh, this place is not for me. And I really love how you reframe that whole thing, which is really amazing. Yeah, I think that I will really keep that part into my mind.
Yeah, it was really cool. But you don't know, maybe you also have experience in the future with somewhere that you don't like it, and then you you never know how you will act exactly until you have the
Mhm.
experience, you know?
Exactly. That is very true. That is very true. But yes, we have quickly come to the last question, the last big question of the podcast. So I ask every guest this question: what is the one question have I not asked or have you not asked that you think everyone should ask? So it could be a question that you think everyone should ask you, or a question that you think everyone should ask me.
Mm, I think that will be more connected. Maybe it will be like two questions, kind of, you know, like what
Okay.
is like you enjoy the most? Like what is something that gives you energy that you are
Mm-hmm.
doing every day? And if your answer
Mm-hmm.
is like, yeah, this gives me energy every day, but you are not like this is giving me energy, but I'm not doing it every day. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
question is why you're not doing it every day. Like, you know, this maybe to more connected to find things that gives you energy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and try to find moments during the day to give you. I don't know, for example, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to
I
like
get what you mean. I get what you mean. This is a very good one. This is a very, very good question. Yeah. Honestly, I like part of the reason why I'm doing this podcast, and I kind of figured it out while I was doing this podcast, is that I love to have deep conversation with people. That's
mm,
why I enjoy doing it. I just enjoy like meeting new people, making connections, like you,
nice.
and then talking with people. Yes. So this is the one thing that does give me energy. Um, but yes, I'm definitely not doing it every day, 100%. Because I think right now there's many things that I'm working on. I try to do it once a week, so which is something
Okay.
that's really enjoying to me. Like for example, right now I'm doing this podcast. It's not tiring for me, even though I kind of have a long work day, and then later I do have to cook and maybe iron my clothes. But I totally and enjoy this. It kind of recharge. I had a podcast interview last Friday as well, and then after that, I was like so happy, I was so recharged as well because I just genuinely love to hear people like and then hear from their perspective, hear their journey, especially like just now the amazing story of how you reframe your whole Germany trip that really enlightened me. So yes, this is what I like. I'm not doing it every day now. I think yeah, just I don't have the time. But then, so what's something that I do that kind of recharge me as well is running. So
Okay.
I am quite proud that I run. I guess I kind of cheated a little bit, even though it should be like one thing that I truly enjoy. But then like I kind of said it into two things, because like I run a lot, and then I don't wear my headphones while I run, no matter how
Oh.
long I run. I just kind of take that is like my personal time that I really just enjoy with myself. I'll just look at the view, listen to like the surrounding sounds, or just like run through my thoughts and all that, which I surprisingly really enjoy. And then I think I'll remain it that way because like many people will say that like because like sometimes every week I'll do a long run which takes like 2 hours. And then like people will say that you have to be like people try to be productive. You listen to podcasts, listen to music
Mm.
while you run and all that. But then I'm tempted to do that. But then at this point I was like, no, I think it's actually a skill that I possess, and then I should keep it that way. I should just
Yeah.
take that time to spend with myself, feel
Oh, for
myself.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Also, like because we don't need to be productive all the time. It's not
Yeah.
needed, you know, like but we want to okay, I will just cook while I'm doing a course at the same time, but I'm listening to a podcast and I'm like also, I don't know, editing a video. I'm like, bro, no, just do one
Yeah.
thing. It's okay. Multitasking not needed every time, you know. So I
Yes.
think that is cool that you can also enjoy with yourself and just, you know, listen to the the word. I don't know.
Yes. Later, when I'm gonna cook, so I do enjoy cooking as well. I will take my
Mhm.
time, enjoy cooking, and I would like probably play some music, and then just spend time cooking my meals, and then make a good meal for myself.
That's good. That's really good actually, because also it's the thing that you are doing for yourself. So at the end, it's like
Yes,
just, you know, you're doing something and it's a way to give you some, you know, a hug kind of.
I love that. Yes, that is very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes. Thank you so much for coming to today's podcast. But I actually just now that was a last big question, but I always have this final question that to let the audience know more about you. And I'm really
Okay.
glad that I hear that you really love reading books. So I always get one book suggestion and one
Ooh.
movie suggestion from the guest. So it doesn't have to be. Many people think that it has to be something that's good for the audience, but I would love to have it as something that you really love. It really tells the
Ooh.
audience about
I
you.
love this part. Oh my God, I have a lot of books. There I kind of just recommend one. I will recommend two. There's
Hmm.
one that I was just check if it's the name in English, but I think that is The
Okay.
Power of Now, if I'm not wrong.
Oh,
The
I know that.
Power of Now. Yeah,
That
it
was
is.
it is a good
It's
one.
really good. It's a really good book, and I really enjoy. And I think that is also was like a changing point in my life. You know what? By reading that, because you have to focus on what you're reading. It's not that long actually, but it's really powerful. You know, you can find
Hmm.
a lot of things that are really meaningful. I don't know. I really, really like it. And there's one a writer. It's I don't know the name in English, but let me just stop being you. I think it will be maybe
Stop
will
being
be the
you.
name.
Okay.
Um, if I'm not wrong, I think that should be in English as well. You know.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know the name in English. Breaking the habit of no, it's not that one. Is in Spanish is deja
Hmm.
de ser tú,
Oh, okay,
and
I see it now. Yes, I do
breaking the
find that
habit.
I that food.
Yeah, breaking the habit
Okay.
of being yourself. I think that is the name in English, which is from
Okay.
Joe Dispenza, which is like an author. It's really good, and it's also
Okay.
talking about how you can create the life that you want, you know, with your
Hmm.
thoughts, with your mind, through meditation as well. So they gives you a lot of tools, and they make you reflect a lot about yourself, about your life and everything. So for sure that will be a book that everyone have to read.
I
You
see.
should,
Okay.
you must read it.
Thank
It's
you.
really
Wow,
good.
thank you so much for the suggestion. That
No.
I really love all this because first thing first, like knowing the suggestion, it shows so much about you. And then also it just secretly give me an like a new book every time like in this case
Yeah,
two
that's
new
really
books
smart.
when I'm like meeting someone.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
smart. So I think that is really good. I will check also the recommendation from other people because I also loved reading. And also, if you have a recommendation for me, I will be receiving it
Definitely. We can do that afterwards
for
within
sure.
our WhatsApp group.
For
Yeah.
sure.
What about movie? Do you have any movie
About the
recommendations?
movie, I mean, I like movies, but I think that I don't know which movie could be. Uh, Let me check. What I watch.
No pressure though. If you don't have any, it's totally fine.
Yeah, I think that maybe books because movies. I mean, I like movies, but I don't know what movie can I recommend right now. Maybe a movie that I really like, but it's like maybe like Disney movies in general. They are so good. Lilo and
Okay.
Stitch is my favorite movie. I will recommend everyone to watch it. I don't know why, just do it.
I do agree. I mean like Disney movies does come with a lot of meaning and then usually typically they are quite good
Oh,
and then
I
quite in
have one.
depth.
Wait, I have one.
What is it?
Soul. You have to watch Soul, which is it's a Pixar movie, but it's really cool.
Oh
Also had a really
yes.
nice message, a really deep message connected with purpose, connected with life. So yeah, that will be my recommendation for sure.
I like that. Okay. I totally agree with that. I watched that and then it is quite enlightening in the end. Yeah, like
Mhm.
in the end. Yeah, so not gonna spoil the movie, but I totally do
No,
agree. I
no,
like your love your recommendation. Yeah. But yes, that would be it for this podcast. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for joining me today and giving me this amazing conversation. But yes, let's say the audience would like to reach out to you and perhaps your know more about your coaching business. What would be the best way for them to do it?
Great. If you want to, they can follow me on my Instagram, and to also they can reach me. I mean, yes, everything is in Spanish, but for sure I can also speak English, so I can support them. Which is cambiaelrumbo.com, dot coach. But I can also text it later, so just in case, because it's in Spanish. Or my name is like Yasmin Barut, which is my personal my personal Instagram. They can also find me there.
Amazing. Okay, I'll definitely put this link in the description below so everyone can access it. So,
Great.
yes. Well, thank you so much for joining. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Me too. Also, thank you so much for inviting me, and I hope you wish you the best also with this project, which I think that is really cool. Because yeah, you can always share knowledge or experiences, which is really impactful for everyone. So that's great.
Thank you. That means so much to me.
Great.
If you enjoyed the podcast, I would really appreciate if you leave us a 5-star review and follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for listening to Gen Z Journey. We'll see you again next week. Remember to subscribe to get notified as new episodes come out every Thursday, and please share this podcast to anyone you think would enjoy it. This is Andrew Kwan from Gen Z Journey.